Initiating rage process.
And we're back in the room for this Wednesday, October 23rd. Yep, it's almost time for Tales from the Crates. Yeah, that's happening tomorrow. Almost. Hope you guys are ready because it's going to be a good one. Nonetheless, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the room. Thank you so much, Beacon Insurance and Western Union, for powering up our room today. Always a pleasure having them on board. Let me just, okay, got it. Yeah. Always a pleasure having them on board. And it's a beautiful Wednesday. Oh my gosh. Today is just what, the 23rd? And you all these Scorpios, jeez. Can we breathe? Y'all just, between Scorpios and Leos, y'all just too much. Like, relax, chill. I know way too many Scorpios, and y'all, each and every one of you have practically the same energy. Breathe, all right? Because I'm about to start with the Aquarius season if y'all continue. Okay? Because it's not far. How many more seasons we have to go? Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn that nobody remembers, and then Aquarius, right? Nobody remembers Capricorns and Libras. Capricorn, Libras, and there's another one. Taurus. Nobody talks about Taurus. Nobody talks about, well, I can't help but mention Cancers. Geminis, they're there. But for the most part, you hear more about Leos, Virgos, Aquarians, and somebody else. But the rest of them, I don't know what's going on. Huh. What are you talking about? What is that? It is a cryptic message. I got a long message, something about my eyes. What's wrong with my eyes? Anyways. Okay. You see, that's what you see. Anyways, as we were saying, nobody remembers the rest of them. So, but just chill. Yeah, it's Aquarius. Yeah, remember Pisces because Eli. Pisces. What's the other one? People hardly remember Taurus, hardly remember Libra, hardly remember Capricorns, hardly remembers Aries. What's that Aries, by the way? What are Aries known for? What is Aries? Aries is, what sign is the Aries? Aries sign. Aries, that's March 21 to April 19th. What is the sign for? Taurus is the bull. Pisces is the fish. What Aries do again? Aries is just the first astrological sign in Spanish. Anyways, wherever y'all are, good morning. Aries are loving. Morning, Judy. Happy birthday. I would love if you guys could join us and wish Judy a happy birthday. She's celebrating today. Now, Aries are like Pisces. Blessings on your birthday, Judy. Hope you have a really, really good celebration. All right. Aries is the ram. So what is the Taurus is the bull or the ram? Find me Taurus. Taurus is the bull, right? Nobody remembers earlier. Anyways, that just goes to show because nobody can even remember what sign is y'all sign and whatever. Anywho's, we have more important things to talk about. Y'all saw the heading. Let me just greet you all properly. Good morning, Shante. Thank you so much for doing the honors as usual, doing the tagging. And for those of you already here, could you please join her and doing that? I find out let us want people know, let us be here, you know. Because once y'all probably has been on a group chat running all your mouth on me. So I don't like people to know y'all. Because why every morning I have to come here and say share? The minute Shante gets in here, she shares. Lisa shares. Who else? I can tell you off the bat who does. The others just come here, sit here, don't do anything. I don't understand. So get it together, all right? Fix up all yourself. Otherwise, I'm gonna start passing you all names straight and just deal with those who share and who really want to be here. The rest of you could sit and I'll see you typing and don't say a word. Thank you, Lisa, always. Morning, Lydia. Good morning to those of you listening online. My YouTubers, good morning. Sometimes I forget you. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, 95.1, 95.3. Morning, Jenny. CJ, good morning. Yeah, I'm cold because I'm wearing what do you call it? Thin strap. Because I forget I have to walk in my blazer. Morning, Nicole. Morning, Jacinta. Jantel Campbell. First time seeing you, but welcome. Delroy, I'm starting with you this morning. Good morning, Crony. I know you're making me take before makeup and you don't even wear makeup like that. It's just like bad children. I hate to see people with things. Morning, Tommy. Morning, Roxanne. Morning, Terrence Wells. Jayla Board. Morning, Alroy. Elon, good morning. Welcome to the room. Good morning, Naya. Miss Naya, you made a post yesterday about you drink malt and you never know it tastes so good. Kindly continue drinking what you're drinking and stay away from that particular beverage because if you start, you might have a shortage. So drink what you're accustomed drinking and leave malt alone, please. I thank you. Good morning, Sonia. How you do? Della, good morning. Della, you ready for tomorrow? Shouldn't even ask you that because I don't think there's ever an event that power event Della has missed. Della should be like an honorary member of staff, driven to the events and all of that. VIP treatment. Della is they're always supportive. Thank you, Della. Morning, Pookie. Morning, Ariari. Nichelle, I see you. Sherry-Ann, and you and Mr. Kishon. I see big interviewer this morning interviewing the Prime Minister. Well done, Kishon. So you see, you don't just judge people because tomorrow you'll be sitting whining low in aquarium, but you see him sitting nice and proper, glasses on, short up, well buttoned up to your neck, and proper journalist this morning. But tomorrow night, bet your bottom dollar, you'll be holding Sherry-Ann shoes at some point in the night or the morning, and they'll be beating bottles, right? Asking you, I'm telling you. Shauna, good morning. Let's see what Leo's do. Why do you have to be here? You're not here. But how you come this morning about what Leos do? Morning, Kaylee. Missy. Gabby, what's your sign? Morning, Precious. Morning, Tamara. How you doing, Songbird? Astrid, Petlin, Dwight, good morning. Ryan, DeRiggs, good morning. And everybody else that's here. Cool Jazz, good morning. The Ram, morning. Okay, family Ram. Andrea, good morning. Where is Mr. Akeem? Good morning, Ambika. I ain't no luck with Leo's, Papa. Morning, Marlene. You sure? Okay. Morning, Tandy. Val, who else? Tonio, the Don. Big up yourselves. Morning, Carla. Lois, good morning. Hope you're good. Morning, Keon. Where is Akeem this morning? Because I need Akeem to be here for what I need to talk about. Good morning, Megan. Good morning, Annalisa. Hope all is well. No. Shante, you need the remedy? Listen. Ambika hooked me up. Let me tell you what she gave me that worked. Like when I'm telling you, beat the cold out from my chest. And Debbie outside here morning that's it about. What's she talking about that? Let me see if I can give that cold is something else. It's really, really bad, and I'm seeing a lot of people coming down with it. So Ambika told me paracetamol 2 tablets every 4 to 6 hours, the Bicoplex 1 daily, vitamin C 1,000 once a day. Was it the Loradie and Atrivin for the nasal congestion if the need arises? And of course, fruits. Nothing beats fruits. Lots of fruits, fruit juice and vegetables. So that could work. If you, oh gee, so that could work. But jokes aside, on a serious note though, I'm sure you guys saw the post that I made not so long ago. I want to talk about that situation because it's a serious situation, and while someone make fun of it, it is also a serious situation. And I also want to make reference to something that I saw yesterday that I thought to be very, very, very distasteful, and I'm wondering where exactly are we going? What we're supposed to be heading higher. We're supposed to be doing better. And one thing I can say is at the end of the day, whoever government is at the reins, at the controls, if they fail, we also fail, right? But in the same breath, that does not mean you have to agree with everything. Doesn't mean you don't support, but it doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they do, whether it's right, wrong, indifferent, what have you. And there seems to be something that is just rearing its head and it's getting uglier and uglier and uglier daily. And a lot of you don't see it as a problem. And because one did it is no excuse. And I'm tired seeing the rhetoric, oh, well, this party did it before, these sort of set of supporters did it before. When you know better, you do better. And if we knew it was wrong then, it can never ever be right now and should not be justification for us behaving in the manner that which we're behaving because somebody has a different opinion, somebody supporting something differently from you. And it's like lately all I do, I go onto my page, I scroll through and literally just get out of that space. I go over to TikTok and Instagram, look at reels and videos. That's where I get all these silly videos that I post. Because over there it's more light. It's like on Mark's platform, it has gotten so heavy. It's like a ton of bricks every day. And one of the things that I saw, which was extremely, extremely distasteful, was grown people attacking people for rights that we all have. At the end of the day, which is night, we live in a democratic country where you have freedom of expression. And with freedom of expression comes responsibility. That does not give you the right to say anything. You still have to be responsible for what you say. And we are now taking politics to a different level. And you know what bothers me the most about it all? The manner in which some of you are behaving. You've never seen the leader, the prime minister of this beautiful rock behaving in said manner. And you would think that is something to emulate. Even when he's attacked, even when who say this, who say that, look at how he chooses his words carefully. It's no disrespect. He says what he has to say, but with no disrespect to anybody or making anybody feel small, feel bad. It just doesn't. I've never heard him. He can throw the entire forest of shade, but it's never disrespectful that anybody has to call him out and say, okay, the prime minister is disrespectful and disrespecting people, this, that, and the other. So why can't we take a page from that book? Some of you are doing the most and it's not necessary. It is okay to see something you don't agree with, walk away. And even if you choose to engage, it takes nothing from you to engage in a respectful manner. So somebody wrote a piece on the protest stage by one of our journalists wrote a piece by the protest stage by the TAMCC students. And I think it had to do with the lack of access to the lab facilities or something like that at the institution. And just scrolling through the comment section, and Somebody said that Grenadians have costs or something like that. And then the individual went on to say that because the students got free education, they should not be protesting for lab access. Now tell me something. So we now become a place because either you're getting free this, free that, or because certain things are being done. If things are not happening in a way it should be happening, you should say absolutely nothing. And then went on to talk about feeding MAGA dogs, something. Y'all, we could honestly do better. We could honestly do better, and there's no need. Yes, we understand your support. Yes, we understand how, you know, protective you are of your party, of your government, of whatever. That is understandable, because if you have somebody that you love, a partner, your child or children, you will want to protect. You're going to defense mode. You want to make sure you want to protect your child or anything you love. You want to protect it for any means necessary. But some of y'all are bouncing low, and not just low, gutter drain like low. You never hear about Shofi water. I'm not sure if you heard about. My mother used to say, "That's water that smell bad, like bad, bad, bad," and it's not necessary. If they are having issues at the lab, it is something that they need to get their work done, to do their assignments, what have you. And they're raising awareness, because if you realize when anything gets put out into the public, it's dealt with. Because sometimes they're grinding and they're complaining and complaining and nothing is done. And soon as they raise a public outcry, we kind of light more fire under it. What does getting free, and it's not free. Their parents are taxpayers, some of them. Nothing is ever free. There's always something attached to it. But to say that because you're getting free education, that you should just sit there with your tail tucked between your legs and your head bow because sorry for MAGA dog, that is grossly disrespectful. And it shows that a lot of us don't understand the fundamental rights when it comes to democracy. And being supportive of a party, and it's doing their jobs. You guys are acting as though political parties are acting in their personal capacity. And it like you forget for an instant this is not their private job. They serve the public, they serve us, they serve the students, they serve the lowly man on the street. They're here for everybody. They're practically our employees because we elected them, we put them there, we gave them the vote to be there. But you're not acting as though you can't speak on anything, or you should not say anything that makes. It's not about making anybody look bad. There are instances when you see people, then you know who they are. I don't have to call names. You know who's tearing down, whose main purpose is mischief. You know who's there to create problems. We see them, we hear them. You notice things that shows, okay, this is you being mischievous. It's not because you have country at heart. But if somebody's raising a concern that affects a school, an institution that needs to be rectified, why the need to go so low? The concerns were articulated. It was not meant to disrespect anyone. It was not meant to make anybody look bad. Making something going wrong does not mean the whole thing is bad. It is life. Things go bad. Nobody gets it right. Even in your place of employment, a little establishment, things go wrong. So imagine how many ministries. There are only 15 members. How many you have? 8, 9, whatever the case might be, representing. So everything will not be perfect. But if we were to pretend that everything is perfect, do not say anything when we need to say something. How are we going to get it right? There's something called constructive criticism. That's what you pay attention to. And if I was listening to the Prime Minister on another program yesterday morning, and he has no problems with constructive criticism. That's the only way they'll know. They can't be everywhere. They don't have eyes everywhere. And for the most part, the people who support them will not tell them if there are things that are going wrong. Everybody be like, yeah, all the big and all the stupid, yeah, all the poor and hungry, yeah. Y'all will just be yaying for everything. I would not say, listen, there's this particular person in this community that needs some food, that needs some help, that needs a job. Everything cannot be hunky-dory. Everything cannot be perfect and will not be. So that is where we come in to see things that are not going right, that they need to work on, that they need to fix. You let them know what is wrong with that. How is that wanting them to fail? Isn't that wanting them to succeed by seeing something and raising awareness that something needs to be sorted out? And then they get on it, and then you can come back and say, yes, kudos to minister this or minister that, or kudos to the government for fixing this or sorting this out in whatever manner, whatever time, whatever. To me, that is helping the process. What if things are going wrong and everybody wants to pretend it's going right? And I'm using the word wrong here, literally. Don't quote me and run and say how I say everything going wrong. If some things are not going the way it's supposed to, and people are raising awareness and asking for it to be addressed, why are some of you trying to shut them down? And it's like you don't want people to speak at all unless it's positive. Life is yin and yang, negatives and positives. As long as the negatives don't outweigh the positive, well, if there are negatives to be highlighted, there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Everyone is entitled to feel a certain way. Everyone is entitled to support whoever they support. That does not make them dunce. That does not make them stupid. That does not make them hungry mouth. That does not make them whatever. Because the same could be said for either side. But people have a right to support whoever they want to support. And I just think that we're just doing a little too much these days in trying to basically muzzle people. Like, you should not speak unless whatever you're saying is in agreement with whatever is going on. And we could do better. We could do better. Some of you are doing way too much. It's not necessary to behave the way some of you are behaving, like every single day. It's to watch and read, and sometimes people that you think know better, and to see them behaving and you'll be like looking at them like, wow, that is you? Okay. And there are so many people who want to speak, but it's not fair, but it's just like you can't deal with the drama and the back and forth, and because it's like we don't know how to have discourse anymore without insulting each other, disrespecting each other, calling you all sorts of names, all in the name of what? We've come too far. We're 50 years. When you're a child, you do childish things. When you get older, you're supposed to know better, and when you know better, you do better. And it just confuses me every day when I see the way some of you behave or the way you respond to things. And then I look at the people who represent us and they're not behaving in that manner. So you can't say you have them as example. They behaving so we behaving so too. Every time the Prime Minister opens his mouth, he's a gentleman. He's respectful. He respects other people's opinion, even when people call and they may not agree with him. They may not agree with what he does, the way he responds to them. Even if you come with anger and you're feeling away, when you listen to him, you had to like, okay, simmer down, chill. Let me. He does not come out with no aggression, looking to fight with nobody for having an opinion, because he understands what democracy means. Everybody will not agree with everything you do. Everybody will not support everything you do, and that is completely okay. So y'all just sometimes need to like just chill for a little bit, and if you think about cursing somebody out, think twice. Put on the phone, put on the gadget or whatever it is. You type something, backspace, just hit the backspace button, because it's not necessary. It is okay to support whoever you support, and be respected for it. But it seems as though it's not okay for other people to support what they support and be respected for it either. Life doesn't work that way. You can't force people to like what you like and support what you support. I thought we already knew that. But it's like we need to do some town hall meetings on those things. It is not necessary. And to call people names because they're fighting for an education and because they got, according to the person, free, and that they should not speak because they're getting free education. Y'all going down a slippery slope, eh? I say no more. We move. So I posted another situation this morning, and y'all know where I stand when it comes to homosexuality and all those things. I'm like, you do what you do over there, I do what I do over here. I'm not God. I'm not judge. I'm not whatever to tell anybody what to do in the privacy of their homes. What you do over there is your business. What I do over here is my business when it comes to anything to do with sex, blah, blah, blah. But what I do have a problem with, people not living their truth. If that's what you are, if that's what you like, that's what you like. But to bring other people into the equation with no care about how they feel or what that could potentially do to them, I don't get it. Who start another conversation and I read about it? That's right, Debbie, for whatever, we move. Clive Raymond says the Prime Minister needs to come out publicly and address this matter. Not only the Prime Minister, the other ministers, they're fully aware. So when they're using that, this is something they can actually use their platforms for. The Honorable Andy Williams his page is always active, and that's one thing I admire about him. He is always active on his page. There are others who try, and it's like, but these are things you can use your platforms for. And if we had like 5 more like him actively using their social media pages to put out what's happening, what they're doing, what's going on, according to all people, nobody am beating them. Social media is the devil's playground, and I'm not playing on it anymore. I swear, it's like the devil's playground. Like, people just get up every day and, all right, what can we do today to just... Pepsi says in social media make people get glad. Bright they play. No, just glad is an understatement. Mr. Akeem, GS finished. Let me wake up and say, Marisha, good morning. I didn't see you. What else is them locals who have to be the issue dealing with us be siding with them or run and live abroad because it's staying here hard, but still want to tell us here how to feel and to think. Listen, that's another story by itself. I'm not getting there. Hey, Clarina, I didn't see you. Good morning. What is on what anyways edit be bingo? You see why I need to block Naya and them? How NNP bingo rich in the nice little speech I just give? How bingo rich in the conversation, Naya? How we reach there? Anyways, let me move on to the next topic. How much time I have? Anyways, oh Lord, help me. I need to preserve my sanity too, Andrea, I swear, because if I had to deal with 10 more like Naya on a daily basis, I don't know how she reach advertising bingo on my thing. How we reaching bingo? How? Not even she bought her oil down, she come here advertising, you know. Make sure to check out Hans Nest for your favorite food. Anyways, thanks for the laugh. The Marcia social media has ruined too many friendships because of a difference of opinion and all this green and yellow thing causing too much disrespect when we're failing to acknowledge the actual situation for what it is. Um, and I don't think that is gonna change. You know, we can sing, we can talk about it. I'm just doing my civic duty by highlighting current affairs, but I'm not sure it's going to change. And for some reason, I think we've gone too far down the rabbit hole. The air is saturated with, all this heavy negative energy. And who was there, who is there, who come in, who go in, who it's like every day it's just no. But like I said, for what it's worth, I just thought I'd speak on it. Maybe it will reach one person, maybe it won't, but at least I can say I tried, and that's the most I can do at this point in time. Just try every day to just elevate us, because we can be better. We cannot continue speaking on transformation and not wanting to transform our own mindset. That is part of transformation, your mindset, not just the physical aspect of it, not just the building hotels or building this or building that, or transforming our landscape, or no, we have to transform our minds and the way we think and the way we react and the way we do certain things as well. That's important. But as I was saying, Samuel John, good morning. Leave them Scorpios and Leos alone, please. As I was saying. So yeah, if you have not checked out my I think that's my favorite saying. At the end of the day is night. So we move. Ryan, I read a friendship will survive differences in opinion. It should, but listen, people who I thought were friends, the way I see them going at each other and hearing who ain't talking and who ain't talking, all in the name of politics. Aries is the goat. I say Aries is a little confusing me with this no name sign. So the post that I made, I'm not too sure many of you had the opportunity to check it out on my page, the last post that I made. And let me just, y'all are so distracted, and stop distracting me. When Mr. Akeem come and say 2 cents on the gun, I'm watching and reading comments, and it have someone who's no different, that what they are pointing out. But let us carry on with the hypocrisy. We praise who we like and support, and who we don't like and support. It's all them. Where is our honesty towards nation building? And that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, we're supposed to, if we're building, we're building. But it's like we're always in campaign mode, And as long as we don't get out of that mode, we never have true people who are truly serious about nation building and seeing it as, what can I do for my country? When it's time to campaign, and I go about my business. But for now, let's see how we can all lend a hand in nation building and making Grenada the beacon of the Caribbean, and making this little rock a gem that everybody aspires to be, We don't seem to think that's important. We more focused on, building, breaking, mashing up, whatever. But one can only pray and hope that it will get better. I'm not sure, but one can only pray and hope, right? So this young lady now says she has a problem, and she says people say that the truth will set you free, but the truth has torn her apart. She says her first love, high school sweetheart, all of that, the man she's expecting a child with, has shattered her world, and she never saw the signs. And honestly, she says she didn't even know what to look for in this situation. I'm not the type to go through someone's phone, but in that message, his phone was sitting unlocked on the nightstand with his messages visible while he stepped away to go to the bathroom. What I found out made my heart drop. Messages between him and his childhood friend, his homeboy. Note I said boy, not girl. Homeboy he grew up with from one of their guys' nights out. And a photo I never imagined him engaging in the act with his friend. I have to use the proper words for the radio. And the friend was wearing a wig on his head. Says I was crushed. When I confronted him, he flipped the script, blaming me for not giving him enough love, attention, or time. But none of that justifies betrayal. How you flip a script? It's not like you caught you going with someone of the opposite sex. You were caught someone of the same sex and you flipping the script. Listen, if you like bread, you like bread. Don't force yourself to like, if you like bread and cheese, if you like bread with butter, like what you like. Don't force yourself to like cheese because everybody like bread and cheese. If you like bread and butter, eat your bread and butter. Don't force yourself to put cheese in it because they say that's bread and cheese nice. That's not what you like. You like your homeboy, then you and your homeboy go your way rejoicing. Why bring somebody else in the picture? Not just bring somebody else. You're not bringing a child in the picture because you're not sure of who you are or what you want or who you want to be with. And there's a lot of men, unfortunately, doing that. Either the fear of coming out, the fear of society ridiculing them, whatever it is. Live with your truth. But to me, it's just, I don't know, to bring somebody into your nonsense, into your whatever you got going on, unknowns to them, because she was not aware. As like she said, she wasn't looking for signs because what do you look for? You didn't expect a person, they don't act a particular way. You have not seen certain things that make you be like, I really gonna really, none of that. Imagine being pregnant and going in your, although that's never justifiable, but in this instance, I'm gonna excuse it because trust and believe that is something you would want to know, that your man is engaging in activities with another man and you're not aware of it, and you just found out by the way while you're pregnant. Stick with what you know and stop the double life and stop bringing people into something they didn't ask to be in or they didn't give permission or consent to be part of. If she's aware that you are try, buy, fi, die, whatever, then, and she willingly gets into the situation, then she has no one to blame but herself. But to innocently be with somebody and thinking, oh, that is no man, only to find out that is somebody else man too, that is not a woman. Oh, Lord. Papa got fed up with us, you know. It's like, Papa got fed up with us. It's like, I didn't set, I'm sure she sometimes sit down and say, listen, I didn't cater for all this. That is not what I put all you here for. I did not sign up for all this situation and all this madness and all this whatever you all got going on down there. At this point, you're probably saying, you know what, deal with y'all. I'm not taking part anymore. I'm tired. So no, when you hear your man cheats in, it's like, gone are the days you only think it's a woman. Now you have to start asking questions and making sure it's not man too. Be with who you want to be with, like who you like, and everybody's happy, I think, at the end of the day. Selma says some of the women are delusional too. Enough times it's so glaring and they ignore all the signs. That too. That too. Plus the lies. Because sometimes when you confront, you get a different story. But like she said, she never saw it. And she said she didn't even know what to look for in the situation. Like, what do you look for? So then you have to go around. Imagine you're in a relationship and you have to go out inspecting. What are you looking for? What do you look for? To suspect that your partner might be bi, try, die, whatever the case. But what do you look for? It's not like she saw like pictures or saw. I mean, there are men who could be neat and have little female tendencies, clean and like to do certain things, but you wouldn't attach a label to them because of that. Maybe it's the way they were raised, because that's their nature, their personality. Doesn't necessarily mean that So even if you see somebody doing that, you run and immediately start, okay, well, he's this, that, or the other. Understand? Well, if it was that, if I were in that young lady's shoes, I would take myself out after a long conversation with him and go dust myself off and start all over again. I was a teenager with two babies when the sperm donor and his mother treated me to the biggest lessons that I have learned since in my life today. And I straightened my spinal cord, took on the heaviest task of my life, bringing up two babies. The struggles were tough, but I fought the good fight. Now my children are all grown and making a life for themselves. Gavi, on your own with that. No, thank you, Gabby. No, but jokes aside, it's a sad situation and it's not something I would wish on my worst enemy. Imagine being pregnant and having to deal with that. Pregnancy already comes with it, all that, all the different things, and having to deal with that. It's, 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 it's sad, It's really, really sad. And I'm not sure how you advise someone to deal with a situation because at the end of the day, they're still the parent, they're still the father of your child. You can cut off any relationship, personal relationship with them, but they'll still be around because of the child. Imagine you're happy, expecting baby in 2 months, and you have to deal with that. And instead of acknowledging, listen, yeah, I should have told you yes and apologized for it. When he was confronted, he's blaming her for not giving us. Okay, so all right, let me just say, for example, all right, she didn't give you enough love, she didn't give you enough attention or time. That justifies you being with your homeboy? Not even your home girls or girls. That is just no, sir. That's what you like, that's what you do. You do not need any excuse. What you should have done was to go where your interest lay and stay away from the lady. That's all. That's all. Salvan. Salvan, have a good day. I ain't able with this other explanation. Sometimes that no. Papugi. I can't. It's not for daytime radio. I'm telling you, I swear the Lord has given up on us. He's tired. He's done and dusted. He's be like, Andrea says, but if his interests lay both ways, then listen, there's somebody for everybody. There are people who are open to, because I've heard and read um what you call love and hip hop, and even on TikTok you'll hear there's actually a couple, two male and a female, that they're in a relationship, all of them together. And every day they're on live and people on TikTok be dragging her, like how could she be involved with knowing that two men are together and blah blah blah. So there are people who are aware and they have no problem being in those situations. She says they take very good care of her. They all engage in whatever they engage in over there, and they're living their best life. So she's practically cursing people out every day for minding their business when they're living their best life. They're going on, I'm not sure how you call it, a vacation. It's supposed to be one, two-person. Well, duocation, trication. All three of them, they're on cruises. They're living their best lives, and they're away. So maybe if that's how you are, maybe it's something you need to tell somebody you're interested in so they know what they're getting themselves into. I just don't like the fact that you have to find out after the fact. That's not something you should find out after the fact or by the way. Because chances are, if you knew before, you probably wouldn't even get involved with the person. And then there are chances that you would get involved in the person based on how you swing, based on how you so, listen, I'm coming off the radio. Thank you so much, everybody, for indulging me today. Um, At a Halloween party in Banana Station. I think I'm coming up. I'm coming up. Anyways, guys, don't forget tomorrow. It's all about Tales from the Crates. Why Sullivan had to make that post? Like, why? No one can even focus what's in my eyes. What was telling Nelly again? Yes, tomorrow, Tales from the Crates at Aquarium. All right, a newly renovated aquarium restaurant. Tickets are $50, and you can check Esther's Bar, Lush Bionalia, Grenadian Optical, and go to Fat. Remember the power lineup. It's gonna be crazy. Together with our guest DJ Howie T from Trinidad, and of course Grenada's own DJ Danny. It's gonna be a night of vibes, drink specials, and all of that. Prizes for the best dress is gonna be a good one. All right, so I hope to see you guys there. And on that note, thank you so much, Western Union and Beacon Insurance, for powering up our ladies' room for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. All right, have a great one, guys.
Ladies Room comes to you compliments. Renwick Thompson and Company Limited, agents for Western Union.